Aquarius, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your February reading. Happy birthday to you, and happy belated birthday to all Aquarius out there who have celebrated your birthday way before I put this video. I really wish you all the best in life, love, luck, and career. I really do hope that starting from this year onwards, all doors of opportunities, abundance, love, happiness is going to open itself towards you so that you could finally enjoy life full of good life, good love, good companionship, good support system, everything that you guys deserve, all right? Right, so we're going to be doing a pick card reading by the end of the session. It's going to be how do they feel about you. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. And this is a general reading, so the roles might actually get reversed, all right? So let's talk now about your overall energy, Aquarius. You have the Page of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and you also have the Ace of Swords. I feel that right now you guys are... there's going to be an unexpected information that you guys are going to get. And the way that you got it was that you didn't look for it. You know what I mean? Like, you could probably be throwing yourself looking for informations or messages or, finding the whereabouts about somebody, in the past month, or you were curious about something. You have like a lot of questions that are unanswered and you were curious about those questions way back in the past. The more that you look for it, the more that it's not going to come to you. But then that information is going to come through you when you guys are fully distracted, when you guys are fully doing something else. It's just like, wow, like that is the answer that I'm looking for. So that's going to be the theme of this month. There's going to be unexpected informations or communications coming in when you fully or when you least expected it. So the more that you look for it, you won't get it. But when you kind of like distract yourself and you do something else, you get it. That's about it. You're going to be throwing yourself a lot, into your activities as well. And what I mean by activities means that your work, or maybe like your new health routines, your new diet routines, or you try to bake some crafts or whatever that is. You're going to try to busy yourself physically. Not just like researching something or no, you really are going to be busying yourself physically. It's something that you do on a physical basis. So what is the overall challenges of your relationship sector? The first and foremost, you have the Hierophant card in reverse. You probably are dealing with the Taurus. You probably are dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might be dealing with Aquarius, and then you probably dealing with the Sagittarius as well. That's as far as I can see in here. But anyway, the Hierophant card in reverse signified or indicates there is an agreement or a promises that has been broken. Or you probably are dealing, or you yourself might be a non-committal person, and that kind of like puts in awkward situations into the whole relationship, especially when emotions are involved. But yeah, that's the Hierophant card is all about. So one person is not really respecting the promises or respecting the agreement that the both people were trying to uphold. It could also be, a relationship that started off as a friends with benefit or casual, relationship, but then it progressed further because emotions are involved in here. And the second one, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And Nine of Pentacles for me is a card of total devotions and loyalty. And with that being in reverse, I feel that it's either you guys are feeling that the other person is not loyal or devoted to you, or it could be the other way around. And then, because the Knight of Pentacles also signify the act of services that we put into the relationship, it means that it's either you feel that your partner, whoever it is that you're dealing with, doesn't give a lot of effort in terms of act of services into the relationship, or vice versa. There's always this weird push and pull going on between you and them, especially if you guys are only dating one person, yeah? It's like if this person is indifferent, if this person feels or seems to be like temperance, meaning that they got things under control, they're so composed, like you cannot really read them well and everything like that. You guys got caught in a whirlwind of anxiety, like where do I stand in your life, because I just can't put fingers on it. But then when you pull back and then you are focusing a lot more on your emotional fulfillment is when that person is finally, taking that giant leap of faith or giving you that that, yeah, so this person still cares. So there's like this always this weird push and pull going on between the both of you. It's like the timing was never right. The energy was never right. Let's see what happens in and now. That means 5 cards in and now. I just like asking questions in my native tongue. I don't know why. Three of Pentacles in reverse. All of my kindness taken for weakness. 5 seconds from wonder. Well, surely this person is going to step up, especially in this month of February. But, okay, so remember when I said that there's like a lot of questions and you cannot really pinpoint your fingers or where you stand in their life and everything like that. Those things are going to be answered in this month of February. You're going to get that answer. All of the confusions, because I feel that in the past, because things were so overwhelming, for you, because of how this person was acting kind of like quite indifferent, or you feel that this person doesn't really care and everything like that, it kind of like led you to assume some things, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, especially when we get so fixated in our head, we have a tendency to like assume, like, this person is like this, or this person is like this. But all of those, you're going to get that clarity that you've been looking for in the now, in this month of February, in a good way. And then this person is going to, I'm going to clarify. So you guys are going to have that brief, it's a cup, right? So it's not like Pentacles. It doesn't really show consistent and persistent, but you're going to have that moment where you feel that the togetherness is very, very close between the both of you. So if this is like a relationship where you guys have grown apart for quite a while, you kind of like realizing that, oh my God, like you feel so familiar for me. Or if this is a relationship that's still going on, but you have had that misunderstanding because the timing was just off in the past, because there was like this crazy push and pull going on in the past. And then now you guys are kind of like, in the February, you guys are going to feel like, oh, wow, like finally, I feel this collective happiness. I feel this Ten of Cups. So there's going to be a brief moment where you feel that collective happiness, being the Ten of Cups, where I feel like I belong with you, kind of. And then the other person, especially if you guys are dealing one person, this person is also going to show their emotional vulnerability. They're going to be showing their emotional availability as well. So it's not like the past where you have to kind of like guess. It's a game of guessing games or trying to read between the line kind of thing. But in the now, you get that clarity. However, they showed up with a Three of Pentacles in reverse, meaning that in terms of putting in the work into the relationship, because the relationship is not just about feelings and emotions, and relationship is also about maintaining, on a day-to-day basis. So in terms of that, still not happening, but the positive side of it is that you guys finally gain the clarity that you've been looking for. But again, that's when you least expect it. When you guys are just so busy doing something. Like you can see it here. For yourself, this is in the present card here, like the Ace of Wands. And you see the Ace of Wands is something that is just unexpected, out of the blue. Let's see what happens in the future. I'm not going to mess it up. Six of Pentacles, okay, but things are, well, you know what, I don't want to speak so fast, but yeah, but things are going to get better eventually in the future, because even if, you don't see that maintenance, you don't see that consistency and persistency in the now, but you're going to get to see it in the future. They're going to be much more generous with you. They're going to be much more, if in the past you feel that there's an unequal give and take going on between your relationship and them, they're going to be putting in more and more and more effort. You basically get your wish fulfillment. And then they're going to be feeling like a lot more stable in this relationship. But the thing is that, Aquarius, I have to tell you this, okay? I don't know. Let's see the big card reading, but like, when things get your way, you're going to get your wish fulfillment, but I don't know why you guys seems to be so apprehensive about it too. It's like, okay, things are way too good to be true right now. Ooh, this is freaking me out. Will there be any surprises again? There's going to be that feeling in the future, and then that person might protest you again, and you guys might end up being in the same cycle that you were in the past too. So my advice is that you need to kind of like fully reflect where does those fear comes from. Is it justifiable? Because you're going to get freaked out. You're going to freak out in the future when things get so good. You're like, oh my God, like this is too good to be true. And then depending on how traumatized you were in your relationship sector, there might be a tendency of self-sabotage as well. So be careful about that, okay? You've taken so long to get this far. Don't sabotage it again. It's like all of a sudden you feel like, wait, I need a space for myself, But in the past, you guys were like craving for this. And when you got it, you guys like, oh, whoa, this is too much. Like, wait, let me regroup. Let me, don't crowd me. I need to think, something like that. So don't sabotage it if this is really what you want. But again, it depends on the pick a card reading, right? If it's a positive one or if it's a negative one. If it's a negative one, it means that, that freaking out behavior might be justifiable. But if it's a good positive pick a card reading that you're going to be having, by the end of the session, maybe like a lot of contemplations and a lot of reflection work is due, okay? Right, so I'm going to be putting a timestamp right over here to when the pay card reading starts. And now let's move on to the two people scenarios, meaning that if you guys are only dealing with one person, your reading ends a few seconds ago. And now it's time for people who are dealing with two people, okay? So let's talk about person B. No, actually, let's talk about person A. Person A is somebody who it's just weird with them, because it's like both of you seems to be awkward and not at ease with each other when it comes to becoming vulnerable with one another. You know what I mean? It's like you really, really want to scream your hearts out loud. You really, really want to do these things, but you're like, no, I don't want to do that because where's my face? And then they're also like that. It's all about saving face. And this person really got you good in the past, They turn your life and they turn your world upside down. In the now, you're going to you're going to receive either information or messages or anything like that. Maybe they're going to be breaking up with you, or maybe you're going to be finding out information that this person is not going to be putting in any type of work into this relationship, or the reconciliations is not possible again due to certain circumstances, but you're going to get that message or information one way or another. It could be from this person or it could be from, anywhere, but you're going to get that. The funny thing is that in the future, this person is then going to return. And this person is then going to give you like generously. It almost feels to me like a love bomb. And it was something that you were trying to manifest. The thing is that what I'm noticing, but let's see the pay card reading. But what I'm noticing from these cards alone is that I don't feel that what you feel for them is really love. It's one. One is all about excitement. I feel that you guys have become emotionally addicted to the highs and lows of the relationship between you and them, that you kind of like interpret it, or you kind of like assume that this is love. So this is what gets you going, because you get emotionally addicted. It's something that makes you excited. You know what I mean? Like it was happy and then it was sad. You guys were like, it's kind of like very, very, turbulent relationship. So ask yourself, do you really love this person, or are you just like kind of like emotionally addicted to the highs and lows? Because there is no cups from either both of you, from you and person A. None. Not from your side, none from them. Now let's talk about person B. Person B is somebody who, when you wanted to, put yourself first and you wanted to focus a lot on your emotional satisfactions at first, this person feels like, wow, Aquarius, you're the coolest person ever, like they were into you before you were into them. This person might be an Aquarius or a water sign. But anyway, this person is going to make you happy this February month. You're going to feel like it's a family, or it's going to be like a relationship that, wow, like this relationship was great because for once I feel like I belong, I feel like I'm safe and everything like that. This person is then going to try to hypen it up and trying to kind of like maintain the honeymoon phase of the relationship. But because of the lack of turbulence that I told you earlier with person A, and also because of the return of person A, I feel that you're going to be reconsidering your decisions with person B, even though you actually have cups for them. So careful, especially if you guys are dealing with two people, Aquarius. I really have to say this. What is love to you? Like, you really... Here's the thing, yeah? I have two best friends who are Aquarius, and they're the two people that I would always run to every time I need a solid advice from, because they aren't like my any other best friends who's going to watch me cry and it's like, oh, Anisa, it's okay. No. They're going to give me a cold hard truth, and as a Sagittarius, I appreciate that. Okay, I feel like you guys need to be an Aquarius for yourself. You need to be an Aquarius consultant for yourself. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you guys. And now let's move on to the pick card reading. So I have 4 piles of cards with me now. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds of full silence so that you guys can concentrate. 1 pile of card for one person. You can, ask about as many people as you want. But again, 1 pile of card for one person, okay? For those of you who chose pile number 1, have the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and also the Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. Okay, so there's... Okay, if you were to ask them, do you see yourself settling down with or being in a long-term commitment with Aquarius, it's a yes. Okay, but are they in a phase of their life where when they're ready for it, they're not? I know a lot of people who are like this. I do have like a few friends of mine who has this type of way of thinking. The type of people who would want to, date or married or be in a relationship with only good girls or good guys. So you're one of their good girls or good guys. You check on that list. Okay, you check on the list of, the person that they see themselves settling down with or having a commitment with or having a family with or whatever that is. All those mundane things. Feelings... And not feeling wise, not sexual wise, but somebody to settle down with, somebody stable, somebody who is a good person, somebody who has a good moral value that they could see themselves being committed to in a physical form only. Okay, you check that list. But the thing is that they're not in a phase of their life where, it kind of depends. If you want to just have fun with them, this person is good, because they're not in a phase of their life where they could be committed to somebody, where they know what it means to be loyal and faithful to somebody. But if you're expecting more of them, then I think you should forget about it. Why? Because I feel that you guys are just in their pool of talent of good girls or good guys. they're stringing you along where they themselves, they're still scouting for other, good girls and good guys to be in their pool of talent. I'm sorry for being harsh, but that's kind of like the truth about it. It may sound, good that you guys checked out on their boxes of, the type of person or the good girl or the good guy that I want to settle down with, be in a relationship with, and everything like that. But in reality, it's not that pretty, because you're not the only person who is in their pool of talent, in that pool of, good girls or good guys. And I've encountered many people who are like this, I would only want to date with, somebody who might be just like a virgin, who never, somebody who is with a good morals and everything like that. But they themselves, they're not like that. So it's up to you. What do you want out of this person? If you just want them as a friend who you could flirt with, they're a good flirter. They're good at, they know all the right words to say. They know all the right body parts to touch. They know all the right things to do. They might look very pleasing. Maybe not physically, but the way that they carry themselves has that of confidence, you know what I mean? But this person is not ready to settle down with yet. Although they know that one day they would have to, but they're just not ready yet. They're not ready yet. If you're looking to, somebody to be fully committed with you, this person is not the one for you, Aquarius. I'm sorry. Because here's the thing, yeah? I've encountered so many people like this. I have one particular friend of mine who was in, back in the days of my college, who are exactly like this. And I found out that one of the reasons why they're looking for the good girls and good guys is because the good girls and the good guys, because they're so, I'm saying innocent, or because they like to see the best in people and everything like that. They don't have a tendency to be suspicious of something so that they could do and run around and do the things that they would like to do. You're just going to sit at home and just kind of like trust them and everything like that while they do their things. So that the way that they present themselves to you is very different to the way that they present themselves to the people that they like to play around with. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm sorry for those of you who chose pile number 1. Now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 2. King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and also the Three of Cups. Okay. I think the problem in this relationship is the love language is different. And, I have Venus in Aquarius, so I get this a lot, that sometimes people who are dealing with me, that I'm in a relationship with, over time, they would think that I would treat them like a friend and not as a lover. Because, Aquarius people, especially Venus and Aquarius people, having a best friend and a lover at the same time is very crucial. You can be in a relationship with somebody that you can be best friends with. And I think this is kind of like one of the problems that you're encountering with this person. This person has this crazy idea of romance. If you were to ask me if this person is into you, does this person have feelings for you and everything like that? Absolutely. Okay? They are working as much as they could to make this relationship between you and them happens. I feel that they're demonstrative in a way of active services. So every time you need their help, they're always going to be there for you. You see, this Knight of Swords is like a knight in shining armor kind of thing. How the Knight of Pentacles is a Mars and Virgo, so it's very active services oriented. This King of Pentacles is also like that. It's taking a very slow and steady step to win the race. So they're in it for you 100%, but sometimes they feel less appreciated by you. I think one of the reasons why is because you often treat them like a friend than a lover. They might not be the best cuddlers, they might not be the best with words of affirmations, but they might be the best at active services or just helping you out. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, that. So if you want to make this work between you and them, is that I feel that you need to learn about their love languages. Like every time they help you with something, or every time they try to approach you or anything like that, try to say either thank you or being appreciative with that. Try to return the favor, kind of, because I think the basic problem that they're feeling in terms of their relationship with you is the lack of appreciation. And maybe the things that they've done to you, you may not see it because it doesn't fit your love language, you know. So you might be wondering here, you know, as you're watching this video, like, what? They didn't do nothing to me, so what do I need to be appreciated of? Well, yeah, everybody has a different type of love languages. Like me, myself, I like physical touch, and also I like words of affirmation. So when people gift me with things, even though that's their love language, I don't feel love because somebody gift me things, you know what I mean? So I feel that you guys have like a little bit of a love language differences in a way that you guys didn't see that their love language. That's why you can't be appreciative of that. And they get hurt because you're not appreciative of their love language towards you. All right, so that's for those of you who chose pile number 2. Now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 3. Ace of Swords, the Emperor, Knight of Wands, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. This person feels that you guys are either rejecting them, abandoning them, or whatever that is. But they're observing you quite intently, though. They know all the things that you've done, all the things that you do. They're trying to figure out everything about you guys, and I feel that they've already done something, trying to demonstrate their care, or maybe like if you guys are in a no contact period, they may be opening that line of communications, trying to charm you and everything like that. But I feel that the response that they were getting from you was not what they were expecting. So it was such a slap in their face that right now they're in this mode, 8 of Swords. They're trapped in here though. They can't get over you. They're stuck with you. And they don't know what to do about it now because they're like now the 4 of Pentacles, like, huh, Aquarius, I've done that and then you treated me like that, so I'm not going to be doing anything about it. Because again, Emperor and Knight of Wands is very, very fiery, right? So the ego is also there. They feel that when they did their approach or when they were first opening that line of communications or whatever that is, like they brought their ego with them. And because the response from you was not what they were expecting, it kind of like bruises their pride just a little bit. But this person does view you in such high regards though. So even before they do that thing that I mentioned earlier, they were planning it. They were planning on that attack. They were planning on that move. But again, because the response was not good, it's like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. So they might be doing like a little bit of a self-sabotage to get over the pain. To get over the pain of either, you know, the rejections or abandonment that you guys had. By eating a lot, sleeping in late, watching a lot of movies, stuff like that, and being unproductive with their life. Yeah. So now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 4. This is interesting. I feel that the problem is not just about the relationship, but it's also about something else. This may be a relationship where families are way too involved in a relationship, or this person is of a different race or different cultures, different religion. Whereas the person that you're dealing with really abides or really uphold this type of thing. So you guys are just different. You're different from everybody that they've been dating or been in a relationship with. And that's kind of like the cause of their overthinking this. Or maybe they usually are, straight and they're afraid of coming out, something like that. But you guys, this is just a different thing for them. And they're freaking out about it. They are kind of like calculating the pros and cons, the risk and reward. Sad to say that they would choose comfort over feelings. They're not brave enough, Aquarius. Or it could be that this person has already set in their mind about what type of men or woman that they want to be with. They have to be a certain type of way, but you guys didn't fit in that checklist. It was so different. But this person is the type of person who would choose comfort over love. They're not like you who dares to be different. They're not like you who dare to take a giant leap of faith like the Fool card. For them, this matters a lot, the Ten of Pentacles, the worldly matter. And when I'm saying worldly matter, it doesn't necessarily have to be about money, career, and status. It could also be about, the people acceptance or their community acceptance, their family acceptance. Yeah, because it's so different. I'm sorry, but I feel that they won't choose love or emotions over you. Sorry, over comfort, over this, over their normal thing. They might calculate the pros and cons, the risk and reward for no matter how long, but by the end of the day, this person is not brave enough. This person is a coward. They will always choose comfort over love. Why? Because again, people's perception of them matters. So you're not just dealing with a typical relationship where it's about two different personalities trying to fit into one relationship. It's more than that, okay? Because you have a third party situation where the third party situation is their community or their religion or their race or whatever that is. It's complicated. And sad to say that this person is not brave enough. Okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you, Aquarius. I hope that you guys find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for.